Hi, I'm Ginny Dowd. Let's review the hunks and chunks phonics dance style. Are you ready? Let's do it. S H sh sh S H sh sh C H ch 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 C H ch 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 cha 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 bach cha 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 bach. This is a thorn and that is a thistle. T H th T H car. Car. C-A-R, you stick your arm in a jar of stars. Pirate Patch. A-R, R-R-R, A-R, R-R-R. Be a seal. O-R, or, O-R, or. I want more fish. Did you bite that fish off the fork? Oh, oh, ooh, I love school. You love fruit? I do too. You, I, ooh. Let's say Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Cross your heart, make that resolution. E, W, ooh, ooh. That's at the end of a root word, and don't you forget it. Bully Brothers. Oh, oh, Look out for Captain Hook. Oh, Look out for Captain Hook. ICE, ice, ice. ICE, ice. Tell me you're an ace and you're so good. ACE, ace, ace. I'm so good. King of Ing dance. I-N-G, ing, ing, ing. I-N-G, ing, ing, ing. What should we do to a ball? Let's spike it like a volleyball player. A-L-L, A-L-L, all. Spike that ball. You take a scaredy cat E, you take a scaredy cat A. You put them together and what do they say? E. But when you see the double E, you say E, E, it's a bumblebee party. When you see the double E, you say E, E, it's a bumblebee party, party dance. E, 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 I-G-H, I-G-H, I. Don't forget the T. Ite. Did you pull that light cord? I-G-H, I. Don't forget the T. Ite. Rain. You're a pain. A. Show me your muscles for the super strong hunk and chunk. E-I-G-H, A. E-I-G-H, A. But at the end of a root word, A-Y, A. Hey, do you want to play? Swish, score, hooray. O-I, oi. O-I, oi, in the middle of a word. Boink, show me your boy muscles. But it's O-Y, oi. Let's point to the boys. O-Y, boy, at the end of a word. I-N-K, ink. I don't drink pink ink, that would stink. A-N-K, ank. I'm going down a tank. O said to A, oh, I love you. And A said, absolutely nothing. So when you see O and A, what do they say? O, O-W, ow-N-O. O-W, let it snow. Let's point to three girls. I-R-R, and you are in the middle of a word. Let's do the surfing dance. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. But it's E-R-R at the end of a word. E-R-R at the end of a word. W-H, wah. It's a question word. Who, what, when, where, why, and which. Show me your paws with your claws. A, W, aw. Do it again. A, W, aw. Let's invite two people on an automobile ride. A-U-aw, aw. Beep, beep. get out of my way. Point to 2 more people. A-U-R, A-U-R, ah, ah, ah. Beep, beep, get out of my way. Show me what you bought. O-U-G-H-T, ought. Look what I bought. Did you point to the shopping bag? Okay, daughters, we'll get you ready. A-U-G-H-T, let's Vanna White, a girl. Ought. Boys say daughters. Girls say that's me. Let's do it all together. A-U-G-H-T, ought. Daughters, that's me. O-W, ow. And there's a cow going down. D-O-W-N. That's the way to get down. Oh, yeah. O-U, ow. O-U-T, O-U-T, get out of here, you bumblebee. O-U-T, out, out, out. O-U-T, out, out, out. Let's pull a giant 1,000,000-pound onion out of the ground. Grab it by its stem. Let's do it. I-O-N, I-O-N, yun, yun. You've gotten it out. Lift it over your head. It's a 1,000,000-pound onion. Take a bite and blow bad breath to someone in your classroom. All right, get that potion that gives us the funky hunk and chunk motion. Take that potion, pop its cork off, pop, drink it up. Shun, 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 T-I-O-N. Shun, 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 T-I-O-N. Shun, 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 shun. Do you want to live in a mansion? Of course you do. S-I-O-N, shun, 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 shun. I want to live in a mansion. S-I-O-N, shun, 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 shun. I want to live in a mansion. Shh, don't you wake that W next to the R. Shh, don't you wake that W next to the R. What's it say so quietly? When you see K-N, you don't say the K, you say N. N, N, N. When you see K-N, you don't say the K, you say N. N, N, N. When you see PH, you don't say PH, you say F. Pop your cell phones open. F, f, f. When you see PH, you don't say PH, you say F. F, f, f. T-U-R-E, that creature has nice features. T-U-R-E, that creature has nice features. D-G-E, what's that you say? Why have 3 letters to just say J? When you see E-D at the end of a root word, say ed, 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 d, d, or t. Again, when you see E-D at the end of a root word, say ed, 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 d, d, or t. Thanks for dancing.
Hello, Tigers, and welcome to Tuesday, 13 April 2021. For today's Foundations lesson, you already know you are going to need your Foundations notebook, your writing tool, your growth mindset. Remember, show what you know so you can use what you know to grow. That means we are always refining what we know. So be mindful. That means pay attention to what you're doing, even if it's just Foundations practice. All right? And when you are writing, you are going to sit in the writing position. All right? So let's get started. Robots do many jobs. What are some ways that robots help people? We will review some words and skills so we can reread robots to identify the steps Sue takes to make her new room feel like home. So today, if you finish your Foundations evidence and turn it in, if you finish your fluency folder, and if you work on writing and make a writing choice, you will have time before PE to read this story today, because we do not have art or music. So you will have time to enjoy this story about robots. All right? So remember, this story is in Ed Your Friend in Learning. And it doesn't even have to be in reading time. You could read the story anytime. All right? So don't forget about that. I think my camera looks a little fuzzy, but that's because I'm recording on low resolution. So it will not buffer. I'm trying. All right, so here we go. We are going to play waterfall sentences again. Here are your instructions. Here is your challenge. Tigers, are you ready for your challenge? Here it is. Number 1, on your paper with your writing tool, you are going to write a sentence that uses at least 2 of these words. It can be any sentence you want that uses at least 2 of these words. All right? You're going to notice that these seem to go together. All right? So you need to be creative. First, you need to think of a sentence. Then you need to pick up your writing tool and blend to write your sentence. This is your evidence today, at least part of it. All right? After you write it on your paper and you have checked it and you have refined it, that means I'm going to go check my S's, make sure I'm not getting snake bit. I'm going to check my H's. All right? And I'm going to read my sentence, blend to read your sentence to see if it makes sense to you, to make sure you didn't leave out a word. All right? We oftentimes leave out words on, it, of, those little words that we think, oh, I'm just going to write it quickly, not pay attention, and I'm going to leave off a word. All right? So after you blend to write your words in your sentence, make sure you've put an end mark, make sure you put a capital letter, and make sure you didn't forget some words. That's why you're writing it on paper first before you do waterfall. Number 2, after you write it, you are going to type your sentence in the chat box. You are going to type your sentence in the chat box, okay? If you use the dictation tool to type your sentence in the chat box, you need to read the sentence that you typed or that the computer typed for you. So even if you type it, you still need to read what you typed, because when you're typing, you might forget that little word, or you might flip something. You might have paint instead of champ, right? So, last rule, do not send until I say the magic word. And the magic word is this picture, all right? Right now, you should be reading the words and coming up with a sentence. A sentence can tell a story. You can write more than one sentence even. So you're going to write a little short story. You're going to tell me something that's happening or a question you have or something using these words. Area, around, coming, goes, going, second, seemed, there, from, who. I just made a connection to around and second because I thought of that clock face. But maybe you thought of something else as I was saying the words. Coming from there. Who is coming from there? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start the timer. I forgot to start the timer. It means you got a little extra thought. Right now you are thinking of a sentence and then you are writing the sentence. Make sure you underline the 2 words that you use. This is not only a check if you know the words and can spell them, but can you use them in a sentence? My camera is very blurry. I don't know what's going on. You're writing your sentence. Don't worry about my camera right now. You're writing your sentence. That's a little better. I kind of don't want to move because it'll unfocus. I think it has spots on it or something. I don't know what happened to my camera, but that's okay. Who knows? It just wants to be like that today. That's okay. I like the way some of you are blending to write. I like some of you, it should be all of you, are saying the words as you write them. Going, Yes, you're blending to write, but you're not saying go-ing. You're saying going or goes. The second hand goes around the clock. Who is coming from the area outside? I can think of a lot of sentences. You just need to think of one using 2 words. This is worse than wearing a mask in the classroom. I'm just trying to tune in my like your focus is up there. That's okay. By now you should be typing your sentence into the chat box. Do not send it. Do not send your sentence. While you're waiting for me to say the magic word, you need to read your sentence. If you wrote it on your paper and checked it, did you type what you checked? Read what you typed before you send it. This camera is crazy today. There's like splotches, and maybe I need a new camera or use my other computer. Do not send it. Read your sentence. Read your sentence out loud to yourself so you see if it makes sense. A sentence is complete. When 5 little rules, it meets. Has a capital letter, finger spacing, makes sense. That means it has a noun and a verb. Somebody is doing something. And an end mark. Oh, and spelling. You should have already typed it in the chat box, or you should be finishing up in the chat box. All right? How are we doing? Time's up. Finish up typing it. It's just one sentence. All right. Hands up when you're ready. Show me. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I haven't said it yet. I'm waiting. There's a couple people typing. I can see them. All right. While they're finishing, let me just say it again. Your evidence, the first part of your evidence, is this sentence you just wrote. You are going to read me the sentence you just wrote. Where you wrote it, you need to underline the at least two words you used from the word bank. All right? You are going to take a picture of what we do today and read it to me. Do not turn in something that you haven't checked. That means you did your personal best. If you checked it and it is still how it is, then that's your personal best. But make sure you are checking what you know you need to check. All right? End marks, capital letters, letter formation. All right. I see hands up. Looks like the last people finished. Okay, let's do a 3, 2, 1 countdown. 3, 2, 1. Waterfall. Send them. Seemed like it got clearer when I was making more noise. Could the sound waves be focusing my camera or not? All right. Good job on that waterfall sentences. I like that way of writing sentences, don't you? All right, here we go. Pencils are down. So we are going to play with sounds in words. We've learned that we can blend syllables to say longer words. Now let's practice. Your pencils are down. You're just listening right now, okay? I will say syllables and you will blend them to say a word. Then look at the screen to see if there is a matching picture. If one of the pictures on the screen matches the words you said, give a thumbs up. If you don't see a matching picture, give a thumbs down. All right? You ready for the first one? Listen as I do the first one. The syllables are cactus. Say the syllables. Just tell me the syllables. Cactus. When I blend the syllables, I say the word cactus. Listen again. Cactus, cactus. So if I was going to blend to read or blend to write that word, those are the syllables I would blend to read or blend to write. I see a picture for a cactus, so that's why you have a thumbs up. All right, and some of you use the reaction. That's okay. All right, you ready for the next one? The syllables are bake-er-e. Bake-er-e. Say the word. I see somebody with their thumbs up. What's the word? Bakery. Do you see a picture of a bakery? I don't either. My thumb is down even if it's a little blurry. I don't see a picture of a bakery. All right, next one. The syllables rather, you're going to put the syllables together to make a word. The word is zigzag. Zigzag. What's the word? Zigzag. And that line is definitely a zigzag, isn't it? You ready for the next one? The syllables are spaghetti. Spaghetti. What's the word? Spaghetti. Do you see spaghetti? I like spaghetti. I wish we saw spaghetti. The next word. Window. Window. Say the word. Window. That's a picture of a window. Now, it could be looking like a door, but that's a window. Window. All right. The next one. Potato. Potato. I don't know. What's the word? Potato. Potato. So when you write potato, you say potato. Not potato, potato. All right, good job. That's always fun to play with pictures. All right. First thing you're going to do is look at the entire word. Look at the entire word for any hunks and chunks or word parts that you know already. I guarantee you know this pattern and you know this pattern. I don't have to read that. I'm not going to say that because that's not the word. However, when I blend to read this word, I know what those chunks are, right? You ready to blend to read? Go for it. I'm listening. First syllable is ban. Next syllable is. I hear some of you saying d, it. First of all, you need to say dit and pull that note and don't drop it. In no spaces in between the sounds. All right? But as soon as you say dit, then you need to say dit because that's reading it. Blending to read it, blending to read. That means I blend it and then I can read it. So the first syllable is ban. The second syllable is dit. And the word is bandit. All right? You're not picking up your pencil yet. Trust me, you're going to write in a moment. We're just going to quickly go through these so we can make sure we're hunking and chunking and blending to read. All right, look at the patterns you see. What hunks and chunks do you see? What hunks and chunks? And I say hunks and chunks because that's what our phonics dance is called. You see this, right? You already know that sound. All right, remember this letter has eh or e. We might be flexing it. Go ahead. Okay. What are you going to do? If it's not sounding right to you, what are you going to do? Flex it. Flex this sound right here. You said eh, say the other sound. What is the other sound for this letter? E. Blend it now. From here. D. Go. D. Let's go back up here and blend that sound. D. And we know this is coy. And so the word is decoy. Don't forget that flex it, power of flex it, all right? All right? Blend to read from here. Let me hear you. You already got the word? Some of you already have the word. And if you don't, that's okay. Let's chunk it. All right? I hear somebody say lemon. All right. Or it's lemon, isn't it? Lemon or lemon. We just flexed this sound. We started it and we maybe read lemon. If you read lemon instantly, great, that's the word. But if you read lemon because you thought it was an open syllable, lemon, and it does, do you know what a lemon is? No. Flex it. Do you know what a lemon is? Sure do. That's that flex it strategy. But flex it strategy does not work if you're not saying the word out loud. If I just look at the screen, I don't hear the difference in lemon and lemon. If I just look at the screen, I need to say it so my brain hears it, all right? So now it's time for you to write. So you already wrote at least one sentence, right? So you can go ahead and draw a line under those sentences, and I want you to write the number 1. Write the number 1. Your other sentence is up here. Your free write sentence. Now you're going to write number 1, and I'm going to dictate a sentence to you, and you are going to write it. All right? Listen carefully and blend to write the sentence. The first sentence is, she put the donut batter in the funnel. Repeat the sentence. Stop writing first. Let's say the sentence together. She put the donut batter in the funnel. Say it. She put the donut batter in the funnel. Batter is like cake batter. Makes the donuts. And the funnel is what you push it through. So your sentence is, she put the donut batter in the funnel. Go ahead and write that. Your sentence is probably going to take more line, so make sure you return sweep. That means when you get to the end of the line, you come back to this line and continue your sentence. It's not a new sentence, it just returns and keeps sweeping. She put the donut batter in the funnel. 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 If you've finished it, check your sentence. Does it say, she put the donut batter in the funnel? She put the donut batter in the funnel. 8 words in that sentence, a capital letter and an end mark. She put the donut batter in the funnel. She put the donut batter in the funnel. She put the donut batter in the funnel. If you are done, go back and read your sentence out loud. Now track along as I say it. She put the donut batter in the funnel. If you need to correct it now. If you left a word out, don't erase the whole thing. You could just add it above it if you need to. She put the donut batter in the funnel. She put the donut batter in the funnel. All right? You got it? Now, skip a line and write the number 2 right next to that line. If 2 was a snake, it would bite you, but 2 is not a snake. 2 is a friendly little guy. If I make an arrow on 2, he's pointing at you. All right, you ready for the next sentence? Listen to the sentence first, and then you're going to repeat the sentence, and then you're going to write it. The sentence is, there is a big cactus outside our cabin. Say it with me. There is a big cactus outside our cabin. They must live in the desert. There is a big cactus outside our cabin. 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 End mark. Don't write end mark, use an end mark. All right, look at your paper as I read it. There is a big cactus outside our cabin. Make sure you have all of those words. Now, everybody go to the first word in that sentence and you read it to me. Go. Check your work as you read it. Read what you wrote to yourself. 8 words again. 8 words again. There is a big cactus outside our cabin. What word did you forget? I bet it's one of those little tiny words, like There is a big cactus outside our cabin. All right. As soon as you are done, make sure you have an end mark on both of those sentences. The end mark they chose is a period because it's just simply saying something, making a statement. Those sentences should both start with a capital letter. And there's no proper noun, so there shouldn't be any other capital letters. All right. Hold up your paper so I can see it. I'm just doing a quick scan right now. I want to see if somebody checked their letters. Even if you can't see me, I can see you. I can see your papers. All right. Everybody hold up your papers. Like this, you are going to read to me. Sentence 1. On the count of 3, read it. 1, 2, 3, read it. She put the donut batter in the funnel. All right. Number 2. I didn't say go yet on number 2. Number 2, read it. There is a big cactus outside our cabin. All right. Keep holding your paper. Check your words against the screen. That's why I said hold your paper so you can hold it next to the screen. Bridget, there are 3 snakes in this activity. Is it 3 or more than 3? No, there's 4. If you made an error, do not erase. Circle your error and write it correctly above it. If you blended to read these words like do, nut, do-nut, you should have had no trouble blending to write them. If you are blending to write. All right, you're good? So your evidence is the sentence you wrote, the 2 sentences you wrote when I told you them, and you are going to read these to me. All right? There's your evidence for today. Nothing more. So we should already be done with our evidence except for reading. You're not going to wait until afterwards to do your evidence. I noticed yesterday somebody did that, and I know all they did was try to zoom through and get the word list. Why? Don't waste your time doing that. If you're not going to do it, don't do it. But if you're going to do it right, all right? Because I think you're doing the daily foundations lessons with us. I think you're getting the right treatment. Because I might know what helps you to read unfamiliar words. I might know. But if I think you're getting the foundations lesson and you're still not improving in your reading fluency, I think the treatment doesn't work. So I'm going to give you something else. But guess what? The treatment's going to work if you do it. It doesn't work sitting in here having Ms. Daniel stare at your circle. And that's for 3rd grade and 4th grade and 5th grade in life, all right? If you're not playing the game, it doesn't matter if the team wins. You need to play, all right? So let's move on. That's all for today. Now we are ready to reread robots to look for ways that robots help people. I will be meeting with small groups to reread the Start Right Reader Decodable Text Robots that's in Ed Your Friend in Learning. All right? Some of you I will be working in your fluency journal with you. Some of you I will be working in this story with you. And some of you I have an even far greater lesson for you. All right? So today, just some quick reminders before you go. We have spring training camp. Yesterday in the class, there was some amazing work happening. I'm not sure if it happened online because I don't know if you met with your groups online. All right. The Sun team, there's only one of you. I know Bridget came to the spring training camp after ECs had already started. She was 15 minutes into it. So it didn't do any good for her to work with Bridget yesterday because ECs was almost done. So Bridget, you got to start on time to work with ECs because she has to start on time because she leaves early. All right. However, the Sun team has 5 people on it. So everyone else on the Sun team, Bridget needed a partner. I don't know where she found you guys. She called ECs. But Bridget, your team is the entire Sun team. That's Sophia, Paisley, Zoe, Bridget, and ECs. 5 people. ECs is in class with me. I'm going to make sure she's working right on time. Now today, hopefully Sophia's in class with us. All right? Zoe and Paisley, you're on the Sun team. They need you. All right. The Help Wanted project. Yesterday, only some of you added to the base camp what your plan was for this week. And that is only Bridget said what the game team is going to do. I have no idea what the other teams are doing. The managers need to know what you're doing. That's their job, is to manage you. So post on the wall to let them know that you indeed have a task to do, or else they're going to give you a task. They're able to go in there and add to your to-do list. If you already have an idea, you don't need an idea from them. But they do have some great ideas. So if you don't know what you should be doing, ECs and Victor, if they don't put something on their to-do list, that means they're not occupied. So give them those other things you want them to do, all right? That's the game developer team and the Tiger Tube team, okay? And if it's not on the game base camp wall, they don't think you're doing anything. All right? We have our final music class today at 1:45. Final music at 1:45. The link is in the team's channel. Sophia will make sure she posts. Sophia, I need you to set an alarm for 1:45. Actually, about 1:40, Sophia. Sophia is going to set an alarm for 1:40 for today, and she's going to make sure that everyone knows it's time to head to music lesson today at 1:40. 1:40 is during your math time. So you should be 12:45, get started on your extra math. 1 o'clock, get started on your problem solving. Immediately after that, do your target math. You should finish. You should finish before music. All right, I'll be looking. Toodaloo Tigers, our time here is up. I'm heading to small group. You are heading to turn in that evidence. To do your fluency passage, remember, I'm looking for complete thoughts on those sentences. I don't want the blue as an answer. If somebody said, what color does the sky appear? Your answer is, the sky appears to be blue because, do you know there's a scientific reason why the sky appears to be blue? Isaiah knows. Ask him on his science channel. All right. Toodaloo Tigers, you do know what to do. You need to be heading off. I will be calling my groups in about 5 minutes. That'll give you time to get your evidence in. We're going to talk about your evidence when I call you. And it's possible to meet with more than one group at once, so don't think I'm not getting to you. When I call, you answer. Thank you. I need to fix my camera. I think it made it worse. Now it's sideways. I don't know what happened. It fell. All right.